Hey, Naku, love. It's the best feeling in the world, until it's not. I remember one time my heart was so full, parang Christmas Day every day. We had our own little world complete with inside jokes and silly promises whispered in the dark. You think it's forever, you start planning your future, picking out curtain colors in your mind, and imagining growing old together. It's a beautiful dream, a movie where you are both the main characters. You feel so safe, so sure, like nothing in this universe could ever break what you have built together. That bond feels stronger than any storm, more permanent than any star. But then, one day the music just stops. The credits roll, but it's not a happy ending, it's just an ending. The silence that follows is the loudest sound you will ever hear. It's a deafening emptiness where laughter used to be. The person who was your everything suddenly becomes a stranger, or worse, a painful memory. The breakup itself is a blur of tears and words you can't take back. It feels like a part of you has been physically ripped out, leaving a gaping hole that you have no idea how to fill. You try to breathe, but even the air feels heavy with sadness. It's a pain so deep, it feels like it's in your bones. After the storm of the breakup comes the quiet devastation. It's the little things that hurt the most. Diba, waking up and reaching for your phone to send a good morning text only to remember you can't. Or hearing a song on the radio that was song, and suddenly you're crying in the middle of traffic. For months, or even years, you walk around feeling like a ghost in your own life. You see other happy couples and you feel a pang of bitterness. A little voice asking, why not me? What did I do wrong? It's a long, lonely road, and it feels like you'll never see the sun again. That's the thing about heartbreak from a long relationship. It's not just about losing a person, it's about losing the future you invested all your hopes in. You lose your routine, your best friend, your #1 fan, and your partner in crime all at once. You have to learn how to be a me again after being a we for so long. It's like learning to walk all over again, and every step is wobbly and uncertain. You look in the mirror and you don't recognize the sad person looking back at you. Healing isn't a straight line. It's a messy, chaotic dance of 1 step forward and 2 steps back. After your heart has been shattered into a million tiny pieces, the idea of giving it to someone else is terrifying. It's like, hello? Pano? How can you trust someone not to drop it again? You build this huge, invisible wall around yourself. You become a Mima, You're okay, Lang. But deep inside, you're guarding your heart like it's the last piece of chicharin in the world. When someone new comes along and shows interest, your first instinct isn't excitement. It's suspicion. You start looking for red flags, for signs that they will hurt you, just like the last one did. It's not fair to them, but it's your defense mechanism. This wall is made of bricks of past pain. Every broken promise, every tear you cried becomes another layer of defense. You become an expert detective, analyzing every text message and questioning every sweet gesture. Does he really mean it, or is this all just a game, you ask yourself? You've been fooled before, and you swear to yourself, never again. So you keep people at a distance. You might go on dates, you might laugh and have fun, but you never let them get too close. The fear of being vulnerable again is so powerful that it can keep you from experiencing real connection. You're present, but you're not really there. The hardest part is learning to trust yourself again. You start to doubt your own judgment. How did I not see it coming? Was I that blind? These questions can haunt you, making you feel foolish and small. You lose confidence in your ability to choose a good partner, to see people for who they really are. This self-doubt is a poison that can seep into all areas of your life. Before you can ever trust someone else with your heart, you have to learn to trust your own instincts again. You have to forgive yourself for not knowing what you didn't know back then. It's a process of rebuilding your own self-worth from the ground up. Slowly, very slowly, you might start to take down the wall, 1 brick at a time. It happens when you realize that not everyone is your ex. It happens when you meet someone who is patient, who understands your fears without judging you. They don't try to tear down your wall. They just sit with you on the other side of it, passing you flowers through the cracks until you feel safe enough to build a gate. Trust isn't given freely after heartbreak. It is earned. It's a journey of rediscovering that your heart, even with all its scars, is still capable of love and, more importantly, is still worthy of being loved. When you're trying to move on, everyone has their own strategy. It's like a buffet. Some people decide to try a little bit of everything. This is what I call the polygamy era, but not in the literal sense. It's more of a sampling phase. After being devoted to just one ulam for so long, you suddenly want to see what else is on the menu. You go on many dates, you talk to different people, you flirt, and you just enjoy the attention. It's not about being malicious, it's about distraction. It's about reminding yourself that there are other people in the world, that your ex wasn't the only person who could ever find you attractive or interesting. This phase can be a lot of fun, honestly. It's your rebellious teenager stage, but for relationships. You're breaking free from the rules of monogamy that you held so dear. Each new date, each new conversation, is a way to forget the pain of that one single person. It's like, instead of focusing on the big, gaping wound left by one person, you cover it with 100 small, colorful band-aids. It might not heal the wound underneath, but for a while it makes it look a lot prettier. You feel desired. You feel new, and for the first time in a long time, you feel a little bit powerful again. It's a way of taking back control. Of course, this isn't for everyone. Some people find the idea of dating many people exhausting. They are the one plate at a time kind of person. After a painful breakup, the last thing they want is more complications. They prefer to heal on their own, to focus on themselves, their friends, their career, or their art. They find comfort in solitude. For them, healing means rediscovering who they are without a partner. They might go to the gym, learn a new language, or just spend their weekends binge-watching series with their dog. They are rebuilding their world with themselves at the center, and that is also a beautiful, powerful thing. Ultimately, there is no right or wrong way to heal. Whether you choose to date 100 people or to date no one at all, the goal is the same: to find your way back to yourself. The polygamy era of dating can teach you what you like and don't like, helping you build a clearer picture of what you want in your next serious relationship. The path of solitude can teach you that you are whole and complete on your own. Both paths are valid. The most important thing is to be honest with yourself about what you need. Are you trying to heal, or are you just running away from the pain? The answer will guide you. At some point, you have to do the work. The real healing doesn't happen on dates or in the gym, it happens inside you. It often starts with a symbolic act, like a grand decluttering ceremony. You gather all the old letters, the photos, the teddy bear he won for you at the fair. For a moment, you hold them and you let yourself feel everything one last time, the good and the bad. Then, you let them go. You throw them away, you burn them, safely please, or you put them in a box and hide them in the deepest, darkest part of your closet. This act isn't about erasing the person, it's about reclaiming your space. It's you telling the universe, this chapter is over. As you clear out the old, you make room for the new. This is when you start to invest in the most important relationship you will ever have, the one with yourself. Self-respect becomes your new foundation. You start setting boundaries. You learn to say no to things that don't make you feel good. You stop blaming yourself for the breakup and start seeing it as a lesson, not a failure. You realize that the other person wasn't a villain. You were just two people who weren't meant to be. This shift in perspective is everything. It's not about them anymore, it's about you and your journey. This is your comeback story. You start to find joy in the little things again. The taste of your morning coffee, the warmth of the sun on your skin, the sound of your own laughter. You reconnect with friends you may have neglected, and you remember how good it feels to be surrounded by people who love you for you. You start to feel stronger. The cracks in your heart don't disappear, but they become part of your story. Like the Japanese art of kintsugi, where broken pottery is mended with gold. You are more beautiful for having been broken. You are a survivor. And one day, you will realize that you are happy again. It's a quiet, steady happiness that doesn't depend on anyone else. You will look back at the person you were, crying, lost, and broken, and you will feel so much compassion for them. And you will be so proud of how far you've come. Love will find you again, maybe in the form of one special person or in the love of many friends. But this time, you won't be looking for someone to complete you, because you are already whole. This is your showtime, and you are the main character, the director, and the writer. And trust me, it's going to be a beautiful show. May unkabuggable come back, K.